The Bible verse today comes from Genesis 2:18. It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him. Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another bang. Flexing on you guys some more amazing content. Today is another spiritual Sunday, baby. Number four. Ooh. We got consistency with it now. I'm feeling like these spiritual Sundays are becoming more of a reaction type thing, and it will be like that for right now, but not forever. So just a heads up. But today we're watching two videos. One is about Black Lives Matter, and another one is black people talking about their social views on life. So one is kind of funny and one is more serious, but I wanted to show both of them because they're both good videos to be watched. So if you guys liking my content, you're loving me, you're just appreciating me, or all them ladies that are still watching, you just love my handsome face, leave a like up on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're trying to hit 800 subs. I actually did multiple shout outs yesterday. Didn't even get more than one sub, but hey, one is better than zero. But seriously guys, y'all are that petty, but hey, look, I'm not even mad about it. But and make sure to comment down in the description because I love talking to all y'all beautiful people. So let's hop right on into this RDC world. See what they're talking about. How cops ordinance must be like. Orientations must be like.
I don't know why they call the cops. I was just walking.
Yeah, what's going on? What are y'all doing? We're just talking to them about the situation, man.
Talking about the situation for what?
What do you mean?
You wasting time? Do you not have your mace on you? Yeah, just mace him. This is wrong. Turn off your body cams right now. Turn off your body cams. This is wrong. Nothing the cop do is wrong. What are you talking? You fired. Get out of here. Get out of here. This is wrong. Get out of here.
Take his phone.
Golly, where's the phone at? Oh, he ain't got a phone. You better shut up. Get in the car. 5 feet, the boy.
Can I see your license and registration, please, sir?
It really be like that.
You were speeding 20 miles.
What's going on?
He was speeding 20 miles over the speed limit. I need his license and registration.
Pull out your gun. What are you talking about? Oh, wait, he ain't even black. Oh, he ain't disrupting the peace.
What do you mean, sir? He's speeding 20 miles over the speed limit.
Yeah, okay. And? License and registration.
I don't gotta give y'all shit. I know my rights.
He knows his rights. All right, well, you have a good day, sir.
Can I see your license and registration, please, sir?
Yes, sir. Why is your gun not out?
What? I don't need it, sir.
You don't need it. This is a traffic stop. Why is your gun not out?
He's being compliant, sir. I don't need
Comply. Oh, you ain't no cop. Get out of here. You fired. Look, hey, step out the car right now.
Okay.
License and registration and step out the car.
Okay, it's over there. I'm gonna grab it real quick. And
Step out the car, license and registration.
Officer, I can't do both.
Yes, you can. Get all of them. Step out the car, license and registration.
Right.
Stop moving. Look, I'm scared for my life.
No.
Now, do I look scared for my life to you? No. Now this black man is dead.
Yeah.
He has a family, he has a mother, he has a father just like you. There's no reason for this. We're all humans. So please, stop killing us.
Facts.
My poor little children.
Facts. Guys, we're on to our next video. Is it time to get over slavery? Black liberals versus black conservatives. And I was just watching just a little bit of this video earlier, and I was just like, I had to react to this video. It was crazy how people that are of the same race possibly could have grown up in, well, no. Since they are the same race, they grew up with the same standards. They were all treated the same. Even if they have more money, they're all treated the exact same. So I was just watching this, and then I was just like, people really think that way. Like, it blew me. Like, it blew my mind. So I want to watch this. This is 25 minutes long, so I might be hopping over some of the parts, but I at least want to watch most of it because it's something that need to be seen.
Into this episode of Middle Ground.
And turn this up a little bit.
Stick around for a word from our sponsor, Skillshare. Learn how to get 2 months of Skillshare Premium for free.
Let's go ahead and skip by this stuff.
Something important.
Obama didn't do anything but an abomination to us, to this whole nation.
Yo,
This one is tough. This is a tough one.
What's the biggest misconception black liberals have about you?
That we are self-hating, we hate our mom, we hate our dad, we don't know history.
We're out of touch, is that we don't have any real world experiences.
We don't really know what we're doing.
What is a misconception black conservative people have about you?
Probably that I have no moral character.
I believe in chaos and anarchy.
And you don't?
No, I believe in the rule of law. I literally cannot comprehend the notion of anyone being American and black and having conservative views.
When you're online behind the screen, behind the black mirror, you can say pretty much whatever you want, do whatever you want, but when you're right here, you gotta be a little bit more human.
Brought in black people for liberal and conservative
My name
together.
is Kevin Martin. I'm a business consultant. I was born and raised in Pennsylvania, born into and raised in a conservative household, and I'm still a conservative.
Okay. My name is Xavier. I'm born and raised Los Angeles. I'm liberal.
Hi, I'm Elisa. I'm definitely as far left as one can walk.
I'm Anthony Logan. I'm from Virginia originally. Grew up in a socially conservative household, but very politically liberal. I'm conservative now, and I'm looking forward to hearing all you guys' point of view.
My name is Lady Kate Barelle. I am a conservative Republican.
All right, can I get my black liberals on the left and my black conservatives on the right?
Say that again.
Liberals on the left, conservatives to the
So I'm just gonna tell y'all now, this lady right here, this Donald Trump lady here, she is she's something else. She got a loud mouth. She be saying stuff without facts, and y'all gonna hate her by the time this whole video is over with. Cause I was just watching just a little bit of it, and I was just like, what in the world is she saying? So yeah, just a heads up.
the right.
Okay.
If you agree with the prompt, you'll walk forward. If not, you'll stay back. People need to get over slavery.
Never, bro. Slavery was a bad time in history. Like, we need to know about it so it doesn't happen for a second time. And it's
All right, so I guess
it's still happening now.
We all know that slavery was a terrible thing.
Yes.
It was an atrocity.
Right.
It was a human tragedy. But
Yes.
we can't just be talking about slavery every day. It ended in 1865. This is 2020. We got to press forward. Our ancestors, they went through a lot. They died for us to be able to be here right now.
Yes.
And the best country on planet Earth.
Yes.
Take advantage of what we have right now,
Right.
rather than looking in the past and saying, oh, well, woe was me because of slavery.
Right.
You know, there have been other groups of people in slavery all throughout the world. They can't just stay in that state. So people, a lot of times, they stay right in that place, and others are being able to pass them because mentally they've moved on while others have not.
They constantly use slavery to put them in a victim mentality. We can't accomplish this because you enslaved my ancestors. Slaves were taught English. Slaves were taught how to become managers, and
Slaves was taught English. Slaves were taught how to be managers. All right, so you're telling me that Harriet Tubman, she was a manager of Walmart. She is the Walmart branch manager. Harriet Tubman, yeah. So the person that took all of the slaves out because they were enslaved and all that. So they were taught how to like handle a whole store and all that. Oh yeah. That's all true. Yeah, sure, yeah. Facts,
secretaries and cooks and chauffeurs and.
Back when they were slaves, back when they were enslaved, their owners wanted them to stay as animals. They didn't want them to learn whatsoever. So I don't know what this lady is even speaking on. Back when black people were slaves, they wanted us to be at the lowest point we could possibly be so that we wouldn't have knowledge to be able to actually rise up to be better than what they are treating us as. So she's acting like we were just really smart people that actually wanted to be in slavery. And that's a major problem that all of us are in now. We are in this black movement because there's still black people that are fighting other black people. That it doesn't make any sense to me. We are of the same color, just as white people, just as Mexican, just as any other race. They can be one race. They can be happy with each other. Then why are we fighting with each other when we really should be bringing each other up? Like, I just never got that, and I've been thinking about that my entire life. Like, why can't people just be nice? Like, it's
How
just
to
so
build
petty.
water tanks and all
So
sorts
petty.
of things. We're here now.
Yeah, okay. All right. I really think, honestly, colonialism didn't teach us anything because we came from a society that was living and running. So I don't think we need to get over slavery. I think we need to talk about the repercussions of it, like generational trauma, like the system that exists because of it. I don't think we should use it as a crutch to, as for ambivalence, or to hold yourself back, you know what I mean? I think it is a mindset as well.
I think one of the most dangerous aspects of generational advancement is misinformation. I think a lot of young people, especially young men, especially young African American men and women, often have questions about why things are the way they are. Why do I get treated this way? Why has my mother gone through this? Or why has my grandmother gone through this? Well, it all comes down to the repercussions of slavery. And so I think that just getting over something, I think is just absolutely ridiculous. And so when I hear people say that, especially my fellow African American people and friends, I think it's ridiculous. Just getting over something as serious as that, I think just plays into the whole idea of it just didn't matter anyway.
So how long do we continue to harp on it? How long do we continue? Forever?
Well,
do we never get over it?
Oh, do you mean educate? Educate is
Education is fine. That's to know history is one thing. To not get over a thing is something else.
You can't minimize slavery.
Who says that though?
But I listened to both of you, and I even thought maybe I'll stay out of this one. No. But the notion of ending the discussions on slavery, they haven't begun. We just got the lynching memorial in Alabama. We just got the African American Smithsonian in DC. You cannot go to Germany and walk more than a mile without seeing some sort of tribute to the Holocaust, some sort of apology, some sort of marker. The United States does not acknowledge slavery in that way. We are beginning to discuss, but we can't get over it until white folks acknowledge it.
Being black should not influence a political view.
Preach it. Preach it, sis.
So, of course not. Yeah, being black should not really influence how you think politically, because what's good for us as black folks should be the same as everybody else. It should be from the point of view of me being an American and wanting the best for me in America.
I will vote for the best person that is running. And so far it's been, in my situation, it's been Republicans, conservative Republicans.
I vote based on the issues that I care about, and the issues that I care about stem from my personal experiences. As someone that was raised in a conservative household, I have different views on certain things. I have different views on pro-life and pro-choice issues. I have different views on economic issues. I have different views on trade and foreign policy. I don't think that skin color should have anything to do with a political view.
For real.
I would say I definitely don't vote for candidates just because they're black. Ben Carson could never get my vote. However, I do feel very much a part of a group. I feel like I have a shared history with black people and descendants of slaves in this country, and so I do not vote just based on what's okay for me.
I think people should vote for what's in the best interest of them, and I don't think that skin color should dictate on what your interest should be based on skin color.
Did you ever vote your religious belief?
Yes.
On abortion?
Have I ever voted my religious beliefs on abortion?
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
Now, stopping there. So this lady is coming at this man. The second he said religious, bro, I'm telling you, black, white stuff, that can be pushed to the side. Gay, straight stuff, that can be pushed to the side. The second someone talks about, do you believe in a higher power? Do you believe in a God? People just automatically will get offensive. People will be like, there is no God, they know there's a God. They know there's something. But at the end of the day, they know they've been living their whole life crazy as frick. And they're just like, I don't want this God to be real. Because if God is real, then, and if all this is true, that if I'm living wrong, that I can go to hell, they start freaking out. So then they start trying to hit back on us that are saying, we believe We don't just believe. We know it to be true. There is a God. There's a Jesus that saved us, that made all of us. And when they start hearing that, they start freaking out. They don't know what to do. And then they start coming back at us because they want us to make our own self think that maybe what we know to be true isn't true, but we know that it's true no matter what anyone else thinks. You have to be true to yourself. So all those people that are out there that are saying you are Christian, saying that you love God, be real with it. Be true with it. I have subs that know me for a fact. I walk my walk and I talk my talk. If you ask me that I am a Christian with a gun pointed to my head, I will say it 10 times out of 10 because I'm not dying going to no hell trying to be popular with other people's choices. So make your choices now before it's too late trying to live like everyone else that is in this world. Like, straight up.
And what's your religious belief on abortion?
We weren't even talking about abortion. It's nothing to do with this conversation.
This guy is so smart, bro.
We have nothing to do with this conversation.
This is my favorite dude.
The majority of abortions are done to the black race.
What is she even talking about?
So,
what are you even talking about?
You should be interested in answering that question.
Really quick, I want to ask you, because you said you wanted to leave slavery behind. You wanted to get over it. But
I didn't say forget it. Yeah.
You said to get over it. I'm saying
get over it. Let's not forget it.
You're a Christian?
I still
get over it, but not forget it. So getting over something is moving on. Is not remembering something. Is to forget about it. So she's talking about to get over it, but not forget it. She ain't even making sense, bro. Like, she just talking gibberish now. She ain't even making sense no more.
You're a Christian?
Yes, I am.
This is what I'm talking about, people. This is what I'm talking about. These Christians saying, I'm Christian, I read the Bible every day. I know me some Bible. Listen, if you can't quote no scriptures, if you can't show me by the way that you act, that you live by what God tells you, I'm sorry to tell you, I'm sorry to burst your bubble of reality, but honey, you ain't Christian. You've been living in a false sense of reality for a long time. You're a double-minded man. You be thinking you are right, but the whole time you've been doing wrong for a long time. And you need somebody to knock you upside your head to wake you up. You're not living right. Change it. Like, folks been doing this for a long time, and it really blows me.
Where do you think we got that?
Got what?
Christianity.
Christianity goes all the way back to the beginning of time.
So where did we learn it, though?
Why is she talking like a storybook character? It goes all the way back to the beginning of time. Like, let me stop pausing, but this lady is really getting me mad.
Did we learn it?
She's getting me.
Well, the Egyptians had religions, the Jewish taught
religion.
You
Where did
mean
the
in
African
America?
diaspora?
In America.
Your lineage, yeah. Slavery, right?
She don't even know where it came from.
Slavery. Slaves also brought religion with them when they came, so it was a mixture of everybody's
attacking
religion.
her because
but they learned how to read.
She is talking crazy,
what they learned how to read was the Holy Bible. And either you're going to believe the Holy Bible or you're not.
We knew how to read.
I believe you know how to read Arabic, what?
Oh, this is cringy, bro. Just go to the next question. This is cringy. This lady, bro. I've seen ladies like this in my lifetime. They're crazy, bro. And once they start talking crazy, it's just time to get your shoes on, get on your coat, and walk out the house. It's no point in talking to them because they're crazy. Their whole mind is messed up. There's no point in talking to them. Just leave. Leave the conversation. Because after a while, it's going to start getting cringy. Because
it wasn't English. Mm-hmm. That's my saying. I'm in America now. Everybody should speak English.
Whoa. is that a hot take? Damn, we got to speak English in America?
I support the Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh, yeah. Everyone should be walking up. Walk up, bro. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I am a public defender for 17 years. I work in the criminal justice system. I see a lot of the behind the scenes when it comes to police brutality. So I'm a strong Black Lives Matter supporter.
Grew up in Compton. My parents were born and raised there. Even as a child, when they had the riots for Rodney King, we had to move to Hampton. Yeah, it was something that, it was the first time I knew that it was wrong, the way the police, how they police the towns. It was the first time I got a sense of injustice.
I'm just interested, since you identify as conservative, I was surprised to see you come over and how that lines up with your political views, or maybe just what your definition of conservative is.
Since the movement started, I've been torn for far too long. We've had the police on the right, and we've had Black lives, the African American community and the Black community on the left, and it's just constant fighting. And so I support the movement. I support the agenda. I support the mission. I just have not always supported the way that mission agenda was being carried out.
All right, so it's saying that we're going to have an ad in a quick second here. Now, I can understand what dude is saying, because this whole Black Lives Matter thing, it is a great thing. Really great movement, needed to be said for a long time. But what people are doing right now, running up and down these roads, setting fires to these buildings and all that, fighting folks, like, blood is just going to lead to more blood. Now, I ain't saying y'all should add more talking to it, just say more words. We can protest all day long. We've been doing this for years. We've been doing this since Martin Luther King. We've been doing this even back further. Things aren't changing because we are trying to handle something that's out of our hands. There is a man that can handle this way better than all of us, and his name is Jesus Christ. But no one wants to accept that, and that's our own downfall. So when people start accepting it, even giving it a chance, things will change. And that's a promise from heroic Patty himself. Once you put it up in God's hands, he will change everything. Bottom line.
I agree with the fact that Black lives do matter. I think we all agree on that. That's something that nobody's going to deny. But it's the tactics. I don't like the tactics. I mean, I saw it in 2015, the Freddie Gray situation, also with Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. You burning neighborhoods down, you're tearing things apart.
I have people who will say, well, the percentage of blacks that are being killed is high. And I said, where'd you get that from? Well, we see it on TV all the time. But the ones who are not shown on television is in a much higher bracket of being shot quicker than a black man would. And that's shown with the FBI statistics.
Black Lives Matter as an organization is about peaceful protest and is about bringing awareness. There's no Black Lives Matter organizer who's ever looted a CVS. There's no Black Lives Matter organizer who has ever advocated for violence. So in terms of saying, look, I see somebody black on the TV who is upset about the murder of a young black male, that's not the same as saying Black Lives Matter is therefore responsible. Likewise, I'm not sure which FBI statistics, but African American men are definitely the most killed by police. It's a very specific statistic. Police aren't killing white folks like that.
We can't just leave it there and say, well, we're being killed more, therefore it's a problem with race. Why are we being killed more by the police? Is there a
Because we're over-policed. There's more police in our communities.
What does that mean?
It means that the ratio, the number of police, at any given time where I live, I am going to see police officers every hour. I'm going to see patrol vehicles in a way that I don't see when I'm in predominantly white neighborhoods. Statistically, and this is actually my line of research, black youth are seen as 4 to 5 years older. We're seen as scary, we're seen as intimidating. So that's why you see situations like Tamir Rice. You see police reacting quickly with lethal force.
He had a gun, looked like it was real though, you know.
But there was no one there. Let's say he had a real gun. Why couldn't the police say stop? He was killed in less than 15 seconds, a 12-year-old boy
he was pointing
with a BB gun. No, he was not.
Like when I had a BB gun when I was that age, and it looked real too. And you know, my parents told me, do not go outside with that. And I'm in the all-black area. Do not go outside with that and point it at people because it looked real. And why do you think they did that?
Hopefully because they recognize that as a black boy, you're going to be targeted.
We could do a whole podcast on that one right there. I mean, I wanted to go in.
Barack Obama did good things for black Americans.
That's a kind of back and forth topic. Dude did some good, dude did some bad, but I don't know. I don't really know much on that topic, so I'm not going to speak on it.
Didn't do much for black Americans or for Americans in general. But what he did do was one very important thing that I got to give him credit for, and that was to say that you can be black and be the president of the United States. This whole excuse of, well, I can't do anything because I'm black and slavery, I'm not trying to hear it no more. You had the first black president, the black wife, the black kids, all that good stuff for 2 terms. Not once, it wasn't a fluke, 2 terms.
Obama has done more damage to the African American race than any of the other presidents.
I mean, I'm not gonna put down Donald Trump too much, but because folks love Donald Trump, folks would kiss Donald Trump's feet. But man's been kind of mean. Man's been doing some crazy stuff. And I've seen a couple of presidents. I am only 19, so I didn't see like a bunch of them. But I've seen a couple of different presidents other than Barack. And Donald, he flipped the whole world upside down on his head. I've never seen anyone destroy this nation so bad. It's possible to do bad things, but Donald had just completely did every possible thing that he can do to make sure that this is his country, not our country, his country, so that he can feel comfortable. Dude has done a lot of bad, a lot of shady stuff to a lot of different people, and folks just overlook it because this is white America, what we keep talking about. This isn't black. This isn't different races. This should just be America, not white America, just America. But Donald is definitely making it white and just messing up a lot of stuff.
He came into the presidency lying. He lied to our faces to get elected.
What you mean, lady?
Then once in, he disavowed. He just forgot about the blacks, first of all of us. Obama didn't do anything but an abomination to us, to this whole nation.
Yo,
I mean, I agree with what you said. You know, he did a lot of damage. And the main thing that I remember from his term was when he had Black Lives Matter in the White House while Ferguson was happening, while it was happening. Hey, you guys are doing a great job out there.
Whoa.
You guys are doing fantastic. Didn't say, hey, tone down the rhetoric a little bit maybe because you got some problems. Nope, you guys are doing a great job. Keep on going.
So Obama was a representation of something important, but also I think the whole thing is a big puppet show. And, you know, I wasn't really sure.
Amen, brother.
I'm never really sure what's going on behind the scenes, so we don't know what kind of deals are being made.
I do think that there was people that benefited from some policies that Obama put in place.
Homosexuals.
And I also believe that...
That lady says homosexuals. This lady, after this video is done, like, I wonder what actually happened to her. Cause she's being so loud about everything. And if I talk about any major topic, black and white, gay and straight, or like any other of those major topics, I'm not gonna be mean, but I'm gonna tell y'all what I think, and then I'm just gonna let it go. I'm not gonna be mean about the whole thing. She gonna end up getting jumped, bro. She gonna end up getting jumped by somebody.
People that did not benefit, and so I think that there
this
are
lady crazy.
Good things about the Obama presidency, and there's things that I disagree with the Obama presidency.
We gotta educate you, young brother.
Educate me?
Yes.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
Southern University in Pepperdine.
Pepperdine?
What did you study?
Political science, law enforcement, social studies. Social studies is what I teach, and social science, masters.
It shows.
The black community should accept LGBTQ plus rights.
That's a big one. Are they gonna say yes to that? So they're saying yes.
I'm not only a philosophical conservative, but I'm also a religious conservative. And I believe that God made everyone in his image. And I also believe that we as Christians aren't people to judge. And so who are we, or who is anyone, to deny someone their rights as a person based off of what their sexual orientation is, or how they identify, or the lifestyle that they choose to live.
You know, I'm a part of the LGBT community. I'm transgender, so...
That's a girl?
One female.
Chill out, bro. That is not a female. That is not a female. That is not a female, bro. That's a whole dude. Got the beard, got the facial expression, got the body type. Heck nah, bro. Dude said, I was born a girl and now I'm a dude. I'm not trying to throw shade on you, but you look like a dude, bro. That's crazy.
No, he's not male. I'm male.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was an interesting road, even getting my family to understand, you know, who I was at times. So I think it was like they didn't want me, for lack of better terms, to have another cross to bear, which was what they felt like it was another burden or a condition that would make me less than. But really, intrinsically, like, we're all worthy.
I was a female?
Okay.
Bro,
Human rights is one thing. Sexual rights is a whole nother thing. The majority of the black community are religious. When it goes against their beliefs, yeah, no, it shouldn't happen. And gluttony is part of the human race. People glutton too much. And the LGBT, XYZ, whatever, they're...
Wow, this lady being mad disrespectful. That's a whole transgender girl, dude, right in front of your face, lady. She about to get jumped after this is over with, bro. Hey, listen. What the Bible says about being gay, being lesbian, all that, it is an abomination to God because God made man, God made woman. God wants them to be together, to have children, to get married, and all that kind of thing. Now, with these people, I'm not going to start hopping on them, start getting mad at them and all that. They have their own issues they have to worry about. They are going to do what they want to do, and I'm not going to hate on them. But I'm just going to live my own life how I want to live it. I am into women, not men. But just because someone else is doing that, hey, I will pray for you, but I'm not going to be getting all up in your face trying to be mean to you and make you sad and stuff, because we already have a terrible world as it is. I'm not going to add more to your plate. You got to work out issues yourself, so you got to figure out what really makes you happy
glutton
when it really comes down to it.
My viewpoint on the thing about LGBT rights, what are we talking about exactly? I want to be very specific with this particular thing, because when I hear that, I'm thinking about Dwayne Wade's son. He's 12 years old. Do you think a 12-year-old boy should be able to call himself transgender? Is that what we're going to do? Do we think that we should have 4- and 5-year-old children on puberty blockers, hormone blockers, because they think at that age they're transgender? You can't even get a tattoo under the age of 18. You can't smoke cigarettes. You can't drink beer. If somebody wants to be gay, trans, whatever, as an adult, that's fine. My uncle, my favorite uncle, died of AIDS, was gay. That was my dog, 100%. If you gay, that's your business. I don't care. That's you. That's not me. That's you. When we're talking about LGBT rights, what do we mean?
I mean, I think it's the right to exist. Dwayne Wade's daughter knows exactly who she is. And
12.
And she doesn't.
Right, and there's definitely research that says that, you know, anybody under 25 years old, that your brain is not fully formed.
Thing is, I knew when I was small, right? As soon as I could talk, I was pretty much telling my parents, like, these were the things that I was feeling and what I knew about myself. You know, when you start to self-actualize, you start at that age. You start at the early ages. So if you look at like psychosomatics of children, they start to voice and self-actualize in toddler stages. We're just saying, opening it up. If they're voicing themselves, okay, you're voicing yourself, and as a parent, I just give you a platform to flourish and bloom as you do. And then when you're an adult, if that's the decision the parent wants to make, you can do what you want, sure. That's the decision my parents said.
Did you kind of say what he said?
So you kind of like on the same page with me. Like
this is what my parents did. You do what you want when you're out of the house. But the thing is, if I had if my parents had the resources and the education that they do now, they would have probably allowed me to, they would have offered me a decision that would have helped me, you know, live my life.
But you can't say that because it didn't happen.
It didn't, but it can now. Because we have
There's
those
a possibility
resources now. We have those resources now.
You think they
would have
would?
been, yeah. If they had the resources that they have now, definitely. All you gotta do is listen. You're just listening.
I have felt excluded from the black community.
Probably the first aspect of being excluded from the black community is by the way I talk. So I was adopted.
All right. So I'm just gonna put this in there. So some of y'all know that my actual name is Walter. Some people knew me from growing up. They always called me white because of the way that I talk. Well, let me get deep on y'all. Let me get real deep for a second. Let me penetrate y'all brains for a second. I don't talk white. I don't talk black. There's no color for how someone talk. I talk proper because I stuttered my entire life, and all those stuttering teachers, they are just like, you need to be able to pronounce your words better. So I just learned from an early age to better pronounce the words that I say. So I can still talk slang if I really want to, if I'm feeling like it. But if I'm around some really important people, then I know that I need to talk proper, and I need to pronounce my words better so they're not saying, huh, what, huh? So I can talk in a full sentence and they can understand what I'm saying. That ain't talking black. That ain't talking white. That's just talking proper. And y'all really need to get fixed, because for a long time that really messed me up. But like now that I'm older, like I understand better, but that just isn't right to be calling someone white because of the way that they talk. There's just no reason for it. Just no reason to be mean.
Caucasian family. I was raised around
for all that
in a completely different culture than what most African American people are raised in or around. Where the black community is saying, look, you don't believe like us, you don't think like us, you don't vote like us, and so you're not one of us.
Wow.
I felt excluded as well, you know, with the queerness, transness, you know, when people get to know me and learn that, then they're just like, oh yeah, I can't be doing all that gay shit, blah, blah. Like, you hear a lot of different stuff, you know. Being anything doesn't make you any less black.
Just by being conservative, friends that I had coming up in the black community, people that I known from just being out and around in Virginia, some of them kind of turn their back on you, or you want to support Trump, you hate black folks, all this, that, and the third. Now I feel like some of that's kind of going away, because a person like me being a black Trump supporter is less of a novelty at this particular point. Now it's kind of like a normal thing. Yeah. But we're not all the same. We know we're not a monolith. Everybody have their own, we are our own people.
We're a diverse group of people. I mean, and I play hockey. So a lot of people are like, man, black people don't do that, man.
We do everything.
Come on, man. Black people don't do that. I'm like, hey, man, black people do everything,
we can't do, man.
So,
we do it all.
I've never been outside of or excluded from my race. I'm cool with everybody in my race.
That's a
and
surprise.
I'm cool with everybody in other races.
That's a surprise.
I ran for political office. I've been member of Park Mesa Heights Neighborhood Council.
Did you win?
I did.
Good.
Wow.
I represented
She won.
Hyatt Park.
I wanted to say something. Even though I have felt excluded before, black people in my life have been the most welcoming, loving, giving people that I witnessed, you know, regardless of, you know, my background as well. So there's been two ends of the spectrum for sure.
The reason why I came here all the way from Pennsylvania to do this is to show the world that all of us, regardless of our skin color or the way we think politically, we are so diverse. We're so diverse. Just because I identify as a conservative doesn't mean I'm agree with you or agree with you. Just because you identify as a liberal doesn't mean you're going to disagree with me on everything. We found ourselves agreeing with a lot today.
Common ground is our...
It's called middle ground.
Right, middle ground. Yeah. Well,
that's it for today.
Nice meeting you all. God bless.
Yeah, she was crazy, bro. All right, folks. So that's the video for today. We watched some RDC World, a little Black Lives Matter thing where somebody getting pulled over and like having a gun for one person but not the other person. Just a little funny comedy short. And then we had a more serious video with 5 people. 2 were liberals and 3 were conservatives. And they had a long conversation about black rights and all that different things about that. And life is weird. Life is crazy. Folks will love you, folks will hate you. But at the end of the day, you got to find what really makes you happy. We live in a messed up world. that people do messed up things for just no reason. And we just have to find some type of way to keep our own mental, to keep ourselves in a happy and a positive mental space, so that we don't end up doing something negative like all these other people that are doing something that are hurting us. So thanks to all the people that came out this Sunday to watch another Spiritual Sunday. We're on number 4, so we are really pushing it. I'm hoping to keep this going as long as possible, because I'm actually liking this series a lot. And if you guys like it too, make sure to leave a like on the video. We're trying to hit a bunch of likes and get a bunch of subs. Sub to the channel if you're new, or if you're not subbed yet, sub to the channel. Trying to hit 800, maybe even 1,000 subs. I'm really pushing it. And comment down below. Tell me your thoughts about this whole topic, about this whole subject, and we can talk about it down in the comments. So I love y'all. Have a blessed afternoon, blessed Sunday afternoon. Stay healthy because of this whole virus going out. Stay safe because of this whole protesting and setting stuff on fire stuff, and just stay positive, because positivity is what's gonna help us stay alive during this time. So I love y'all. See y'all in the next video, and have a blessed afternoon. And until then, bye bye.